You do not wake up at 5 a.m. You do not have a perfect morning routine. You have never finished a self-help book in your life. And yet somehow you keep showing up when everyone around you has already quit. You do the work when you do not feel like it. You push through when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. But because you do not look like the disciplined influences online, you actually believe you are undisciplined. That is the biggest lie the internet ever sold you. Here are 6 silent signs you are already more disciplined than 99% of people, and you have been this whole time. And make sure you stay for sign 5, because that one will completely change the way you see yourself. You finish what you start. Most people abandon things the moment they stop feeling exciting. You feel the same urge to quit, you just do not act on it. The difference is not motivation, it is tolerance for discomfort. You have sat through the boring parts, the slow days, the stretch where nothing is working and nothing feels rewarding, and you finished anyway. No applause, no reward waiting at the end, just completion for its own sake. That is something most people will spend their entire lives chasing and never actually build. You do the work whether someone is watching or not. No accountability partner, no public commitment, no streak to protect on an app. You show up in private because the work matters to you, not because someone is keeping score. Most people need an audience to perform. They need likes, comments, someone checking in, some form of external proof that what they're doing is worth continuing. You do not. That means your discipline is not performance, it is character, and character does not collapse when the crowd leaves. You delay comfort without being told to. You put the phone down before you finish the video. You rest before you're completely exhausted. You eat before hunger turns into a bad decision. Nobody gave you a rule for any of that. You just learned somewhere along the way that protecting your future self from your present impulses is worth the small sacrifice. Psychologist Walter Mischel's research on delayed gratification found it to be one of the strongest predictors of long-term success across every area of life. You were already doing it without knowing it had a name. You keep going after failing silently. You did not announce the failure, you didn't post about it or wait for someone to talk you back into trying. You just got up and started again without anyone knowing you had stopped. Silent recovery is one of the rarest forms of discipline that exists. Most people need a comeback story. They need the moment to mean something publicly before they can move forward privately. You just needed a new day. That quiet refusal to stay down is worth more than any motivational speech you'll ever hear. Sign 5, and this is the one. Boredom does not stop you. You sit through the days where nothing feels like it's going anywhere. No momentum, no sign that any of it is working, no exciting development on the horizon, just the same quiet effort in the same quiet room. Dr. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's decades of research on sustained performance found that the ability to persist through low stimulation periods separates high achievers from everyone else more than talent ever will. Talent quits when it gets bored. You do not. That alone puts you ahead of most people who will never admit it. You show up even when the result is not guaranteed. No promise that it will work, no evidence yet that any of it is leading anywhere. And you still do it anyway. That is not hope. That is not blind optimism. That is the purest and rarest form of discipline that exists. Action without guarantee. Most people are waiting for a sign that it's worth it before they begin. You already began. That last one is the one that matters. Showing up without a guarantee is the discipline that actually builds everything worth having. You already have it. The question is whether you're going to use it today or spend another hour looking for proof that you're ready. Subscribe if this hit different. And if you watch this whole video and still think you're undisciplined, the evidence was just right in front of you.